Hey, small group leaders, this is like our 20th take. So
At least.
hopefully we'll get it right this time. So class on Sunday, we talked about prayer and why prayer is sometimes the reason people walk away from their faith. Prayer is actually really a great thing. Atheists, non-believers, people of different religions all spend time in prayer. And it's been proven to be a good thing. People are more compassionate, less angry, and deal with less anxiety when they spend time in prayer. So if prayer's so good, then why are people walking away from their faith because of it? Well, I think sometimes it's because they equate unanswered prayer or things not going their way or not being able to make complete sense of it to define who God is in their life. And when that happens, it can be detrimental. And so today we really talked about Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane and how he uses prayer there. And he challenged us to be real and raw. He also challenged us to pray in community. And when we can't talk to God ourselves, to ask others to help us. And then it was a time that he got to connect with God. Even though his prayer wasn't answered, he was given confidence for the days to come. And he chose God's will over his own. And so Jesus in the garden, we can learn a lot from, and it can change our perspective on what prayer is all about. So Zane, what are some questions they can talk about this week?
Yeah, so when talking about prayer, it's good to put theology and experience together. So the first question you should ask is experience with your people. So asking about what's their experience with prayer, or when was a prayer answered, or when was a prayer not answered, to have that feel and know where the group is with that. And then bringing in the second part, which I would encourage you to actually go back and read Matthew 26, 36 through 46 with Jesus in the garden and his prayer. And then ask, how does Jesus approach prayer? What does Jesus find in that moment? Is prayer just something that's being answered or not answered, or is it doing something else behind the scenes as a group? And then once your group reaches a conclusion, maybe asking, well, what if we prayed with the mindset and the approach that Jesus had with it? How would that change it? How would it not hold as much weight on our belief of the existence of God? Because we're not trying to make it into something it was never supposed to do and designed in the first place. So anyways, I feel like those conversations will be great for your group to bond closer. And we'll see you next week after spring break. Bye.